Hi there, my name is Qualdris, and welcome to the World Final of the Winter World Grand Prix and Marble World Countryballs Tournament Season 2. The first round will not be a Winter World Grand Prix though, it will be a one-on-one against whoever you were chosen to face off against. If you fall off, you're out. If you win the race, you move on. If your opponent falls off, the opponent is out. The rules are what you would normally expect from a marble race. However, once they are through, the last 8 marbles will compete in 5 rounds of a Winter World Grand Prix to become the champion of the Marble World Countryball Tournament Season 2. Can anyone dethrone Palau? They showed off brilliance. The matches will go in order. First off, we have Pakistan versus Argentina. United Kingdom versus Australia. I think the last time they faced off, United Kingdom was still Great Britain. You have Kenya versus Micronesia. Palau versus the USA. USA had to face off against Argentina a lot. Now they face off against Palau. USA is up against some tough competition always. Then we have Eswatini versus Ukraine. Democratic Republic of the Congo versus Japan. Mexico versus Tuvalu. And Colombia versus Ireland. They'll be going on the same course as always. You've seen it in all of the rounds of racing. Sectors still as tough as they always have been, if not tougher, because now you know your opponent is someone very good. They advanced. We'll see you at Pakistan versus Argentina. First up, Pakistan and Argentina. A one-on-one on this track. If you're down, you're out. We'll wait for the next marble to finish, but if both are down, whoever fell off first is out. The next one will be going. They'll keep on going until we have 8. Pakistan, Argentina. This is on our off. It looks like Argentina a better launch out of the gate. But it's immediately taken away by Pakistan. It looks like the inside corner. Argentina should be getting it back. Into the third funnel. After a second, Pakistan comes in with a nice hit. Pakistan now switches up scores, even though it's just a one matchup, and they take the lead. But Argentina comes back with a hit of their own. Once again, we try to repeat it. Argentina is now using that to a T. Pakistan's still trying to cut in. There's Argentina, they spin out. Oh, but Pakistan got stuck. They will award that win to Argentina because they made it farther. But that was not a great performance by either of them. Now we have the United Kingdom versus Australia. Argentina didn't move on since they're going to be working a little bit. In the meanwhile, they have some small breaks between the matches. Argentina's going to be working on and off the course. They want to be a champion. Australia was not clean to that funnel, but the United Kingdom just pushes Australia down through. We saw in the last part of the Oceanian Grand Prix. Australia really just had that one bad race. They're on fire now. Ooh, is the United Kingdom stuck? And they are. The win goes to Argentina. Let me take that up again. Ooh, and they're down. But Australia, I will get it right, is still moving on. Now we have Micronesia versus Kenya. A very interesting match. They both moved on to the World Final last year. Not to the final of the World Final, but they're both going very quick out of the gate. But the lead, Kenya moves around the outside. They get ahead of Micronesia. Micronesia does come in not too far back to not make a move, just not far enough, not close enough to really have a great go at the lead because Kenya is holding on. Here comes Micronesia. Now they're playing their attack, but Kenya is prepared. Now they're battling out side to side. We have not seen anyone really go past the sector cleanly, but Micronesia with the lead, and they don't spin out the start, and Kenya is not stuck. And now we actually have a race. And Micronesia gets out that funnel better. They try to stretch it. Oh, no, they're down. And Kenya is stuck as well. We have no finishers, but Kenya will be getting the victory. Now we have the USA, the host, versus Palau, the defending champion. Who will get it? Obviously, there's 5 potential host groups, and there's 5 of, I don't know what's going against Palau. So, Palau actually seems to have the upper hand. No, it's USA. Fellow number 2. Palau tries not to waste that much time. They could spend a little bit behind if it means that they're saving energy for the end. If they're not saving energy for the end, then... Oh, they're saving energy for right there. They take a slight edge against the USA, but they have to play it well here because USA is not done. They're wanting revenge for last year. They actually won the American Grand Prix this time to secure advancement and no tiebreaker. Obviously, both marbles in the tiebreaker ended up advancing. Palau, quick moves. USA is down. Well, Palau gets stuck right after the loop, so we're not going to have a very far finisher. But Palau advances. Now we have Eswatini and Ukraine, who are 2 wild cards. Last match we had 2 marbles who advanced outright. They were the top 8, but 2 wild cards. How will they do? Ukraine, Eswatini. Actually, Eswatini moved on. I was confused. That was the DRC, but Ukraine has the lead. Ukraine, Eswatini takes it, but Ukraine was the only wild card who was the farthest off 2 points. If they beat Fiji in the tiebreaker, otherwise it was going to be 6 marbles from Oceania. So it's 5 and 3 from Europe. Now Asia took no extra marbles. They said, we have Pakistan, we have Japan, we don't need anyone else. That's because those 2 were really sort of the dominant ones. We got Bangladesh marks up, but it wasn't a lot. Ukraine is down! Eyes on Eswatini. Can't play the Eswatini, but can they do? They fall off on the exact same obstacle. But since Eswatini was not in the lead, they will give a victory to Ukraine. Now, that's not really the way you want to win, but a win is a win. And sometimes you don't need details to get in the way of a good story. And it could end that way because Ukraine's moving on. Now, the Democratic Republic of the Congo is facing off against Japan, who will take the advancement. It's a very tight matchup that seems Japan maybe in the upper hand, but DRC actually takes the lead, and DRC has it. And now, Japan was set on all sorts of angles there by the DRC. They come in at 2nd place behind, but they did not advance because of a wild card. They advanced because they were 2nd place technically, but 2nd place advanced without a wild card, and they take the lead maybe with some of that confidence. The DRC, last year's confidence, they're letting that get in the way of Japan's game, and they take it. It looks like there's a hesitation on that stairs, but it's fine as they make it into the half pipe cleanly. Let's see what Japan does. The DRC goes to the right. Ooh, DRC spins out. Well, they're still on the course. If they're both stuck, they'll actually let the referee, one of them, will lend a hand. One is stuck, and they say sabotaging. Well, it won't disqualify you. Oh, DRC is stuck. Sabotaging won't disqualify you. Oh, falling off the course is a piece of funnel almost. That is very unlikely, but we'll say that Japan is allowed to do that because DRC will end up stuck, and that's not Japan's fault. They actually may look back on that incident. We'll see if they disqualify Japan for that, but Japan, meanwhile, in a race. And they're trying to stay ahead of the DRC because they grabbed that lead. I kind of hope that they don't disqualify Japan for that, because still end up being a fair match. I mean, Japan was behind. Japan also holds the lead. The DRC comes in. Can they make their move? Well, Japan looks strong in this funnel. They're going to spike them. No, they're going to miss the victory spot. You can't have that much speed, and the DRC advances. Now, they will not disqualify Japan for that incident, but Japan cannot be awarded a victory because it's the last second. That's the same way Fiji blew it. Japan is eliminated. The penultimate matchup of the first round is between Mexico and Tuvalu. Both of these were wild cards from different regions of the world, obviously. I don't think they border, but Mexico and Tuvalu will be duking it out. A very interesting matchup that I don't think is one that you would normally see. Looks like Tuvalu grabs the early lead. Mexico can't take it away from them. They can close in the jump funnel, but about the same time. I think Mexico maybe went a little bit quicker, but it looked very similar. And when it looks very similar, sometimes it is very similar. I do hope that we do have some finish, just like in the last matchup. Mexico very slow. They're trying to catch Tuvalu. That's Tuvalu in the lead. Which side will they go down, or will they go quick enough to avoid Mexico? I think they'll accomplish the second one to go left. Oh, Mexico spins out. The win is awarded to Tuvalu. It was an upset, but I mean, last time it had collapsed, so anything could happen. They're going to get stuck, but that's kind of on purpose, just to save energy for the next round. But Tuvalu is moving on. Now, the last matchup of the first round of our final, we have Colombia and Ireland. Teams are off. Colombia and Ireland begin their journey down. It looks like Ireland maybe has a slight edge, or actually Colombia or Ireland makes that nice risk though. Colombia on their tails there, fend them off. But that was a little bit too close for comfort, showing the fact that now they have to fight back to Colombia. Colombia grabs that lead. Second place is Ireland. Still now they've come back once again to take the lead. And it's now trying to hold that, to try to fend off, if they get it, a charge from Colombia. Maybe they'll be fine, because they actually saw Colombia fall back, just like they did to them. They just barely make that capture with enough speed to keep going. But to keep going. Trying to pursue their chance, and they're stuck. I mean, they didn't get stuck in the capture, so I guess it makes a little sense. Colombia knocks down an obstacle. They might disqualify Colombia because it did not stop them, but maybe it'll be nice because we actually have an exciting one-on-one that Colombia gets the revenge against Ireland on. Ireland's not done. Trying to mount an attack, but it does not come there. In the penultimate funnel, can Ireland try to catch back up? Yes, they can. We have an intense race, and Ireland's going to take it ahead of Colombia. Just getting that lead. And Colombia has one last chance to do one more come from behind surprise. But Ireland sees it coming, and Ireland moves on. That was tough, but Ireland gets it. We have 8 competitors vying for the championship. DRC, Palau, Ireland, Tuvalu. Then you have Ukraine, Kenya, Australia, and Argentina. Same course as always. 4 rounds of racing. But who will be taking the championship? Point system will be the same, and we're rolling in that first funnel. Looks like it's going to be DRC trying to grab that one. Actually, it's going to go for Palau, but DRC steals it away. So Ukraine and Tuvalu in the back. Tuvalu actually gets a move on. And Ireland's goes to second that. Ireland's trying to go for the lead. Then also Australia making jumps up there. Australia's going to take it. Oh, but they're down. That means the DRC, this is the lead. Kenya comes second. They're playing Africa as well, and Ireland is stuck. Maybe the best line would be to avoid it. So Argentina goes straight for the taking. There's so many. fallen. It's going to remove part of this course. And we have a couple others caught down off the course. In a different ways, you could expect that it's Kenya was the lead. Argentina. They're developing a race despite everything that happened that was kind of random. Palau, last season's champion, trying to get up there for that championship. Argentina does not want to lose out again. They are chasing Kenya for their tail for the victory, but Kenya's getting 8 points. 7 to Argentina. Almost 6 to Palau, but instead will be 5. However, no, we only have 4 finishers, so 4, 3, 2, 1. We have to find everybody else there. Let's see. Stuck in the finalists to Tuvalu. The Ukraine is off the course. With Australia full up, but apparently we hit also a DRC spin out somewhere. Look for the Democratic Republic. Oh, there they are. So DRC and Australia also pick up 0, but Kenya lead. So far, we actually have the same top 3 as last season. Well, 3 of the top 4 remain. Only difference is Germany is replaced by Ireland for Europe's runner up there. But race 2 is ready, and they're off. That lead. Here takes the volleys from Australia, but Australia gets caught up in the melee after, and Palau jumps to second place over Ukraine. Argentina now sends up there to volley. So actually, no, I think Argentina took it. Simple uniforms by Argentina and Tuvalu. And then they're battling it one-on-one, just to make it just more difficult. Okay, Kenya hits to Argentina. So we're getting here with Australia leading. Looking to finish with Ukraine, who jumps in front. That was a very nice sweep. Palau's going to chase after Ukraine. Australia will settle down. You know, chasing for that lead, but Australia doesn't have it. Here, Norway down the course. Ireland is slow up there. We have a top-heavy battle up front for a third and fourth place battle. We have Kenya now coming down in 5th. We win the first race, we have to try to get back up there, considering the fact that Palau is there. Ukraine, but I haven't seen Ukraine is not chasing down Australia because they almost got subdued off the inside corner. But Argentina really doing a good job. Was Kenya and Palau. But they're losing ground on Ukraine, who now makes their move on Australia, waiting for nearly all of the race to do this, and they still can't get the victory. Sometimes you can't plan, you just have to do. They waited too long, and at the end, Australia pipped them for the victory. Battle for third's not over. Argentina will pick it up over Palau. Then Kenya will come through, and then the DRC will pick up their first points, meaning that we have 2 DNFs. And I think I've seen one of them. Several very close calls through the entire race. I actually saw Australia had spun out. Here we have Tuvalu is down, and Ireland got stuck. Maybe there was a log jam, but that stopped Ireland. Here are your scores after race 2. Is Argentina leading over Australia. Then Kenya and Ukraine tied. Then Palau, Ireland, the DRC, and Tuvalu scoreless. Now maybe, I think the wildcards are definitely playing a part. Well, Tuvalu is at 0 points. DRC's at 1. We also have the ones up there, because you cannot forget, you have Argentina, who is a wild card at 7. You have Ukraine, who is a wild card at 5. So now, we will take race 3, shake up the standings if they can. Some more. Look at contenders, for you'll see some emotion. Unless they get stuck, but we are assuming it's going to be a good race. And as you know, it never disappoints. It's always going to go stand out. Ireland has the lead. Let's take a right away. And now it's the DRC Australia. Tuvalu now hits Ireland. Actually boosts them both briefly forward. But Argentina holds that lead once again. We have Australia coming down to second place in impact. Take it. Ukraine, DRC, spinning out. And Argentina and Australia's down. And if Argentina pull out on top of last season, and Kenya's showing that fray. Oh no, Kenya's down as well. How many have failed simply because of maybe a lack of concentration? But actually, Argentina keeps distance from Palau. But Palau is trying to shrink that because so far they're actually in 5th place halfway through. But the ultimate matchup is rare. You can change your game. And the maximum outscore someone is 7. So you have to be within 7 points of what it looks like it's going to be Argentina. Because look at this lead. Palau is the closest competitor, and maybe Palau can put up a challenge. But I doubt Ireland could do the exact same if Palau is able to do it. Palau is actually going for that inside corner, going for outside and inside. They switch so much, they just were not aligned there, and that's why you can't take the victory. However, Ireland, one good attack to get to second. And it looks like Tuvalu will get their first points in force, but where's the rest of the field? Well, there's DRC, who fell off the course. That's gotta hurt, both physically and mentally, if you will. And Kenya and Australia and Ukraine. Can anyone stop Argentina's revenge? One last race. Here's a look at your scores. How can dominance at its highest accomplishments be defeated? I think that's what all the competitors are telling to themselves. Argentina, second place last season, missed on the championship by one, maybe a little bit too much momentum. Skimmed the edge, lost the championship. Was eliminated this year in a tiebreaker match until the wildcards. And when the wildcards came, beat Mexico. Well, Pakistan actually. It was an easy match because they saved up for this moment 11 to 2 6s, 3 5s, and 2 1s. And the ones are eliminated. That's Democratic Republic of the Congo and Tuvalu, who have been a bit disappointing. Can anyone stop Argentina? Season 2 Argentina. The legend. Maybe Argentina. We'll see. And they're off. Pretty close to up to number 1. The lead is Kenya. Australia comes in. Here's Argentina. As they're up there. Palau struggling at the back of the field. Not only learning to see from Palau, but they have not really been at the highest form yet. Or the question is, will it come? Because this is a championship that they may lose. So people may use them equal to Argentina, or if they use it to Australia, this is Argentina's better than them. So Kenya is good lead. Course is coming loose. Almost to the world final. We'll notify you to see if it's going to be okay for these competitors to handle. Okay, that's the world final. Oh, the train is down. Instead of Palau coming through at the back of the field, Argentina working their way up. Can anyone stop Argentina? No, they take the lead. That's it works for everyone else, including Australia, who's actually trying to pick a fight here. They're trying to make their moves. But Kenya takes the lead. So Argentina doesn't have to do anything at this point. I don't see Palau anywhere. Is Palau just not going to show up for the final? Is Argentina taking their revenge in this championship? Well, they're blocked off by Kenya. No luck there. Kenya's going to win. Australia, it's over for them. It was a good run while lasted, but they will not be coming home with it. This is Argentina's day. And the DRC, meanwhile, they put one final attack on Tuvalu. Then we saw Ukraine go down. The last half of Ukraine was disappointing compared to a pretty decent first half. We need to look for for what we saw Ukraine there. Oh, Palau stopped on the middle of the course to the last running marble because there's no other way that could have happened. I mean, they just stopped their chances of winning. But Argentina, it's their day. Today, for winning the championship. Looks like we have some fans talking in the background, but we are at the closing. The first round is all of these competitors. 24 competitors who may have deserved it, but they did not fight hard enough until the next 8 got eliminated in a one-on-one matchup. Now we have the official positions. Ace, the Democratic Republic of the Congo. 7th, Tuvalu. 6th, Ukraine. 5th, Palau. 4th and 3rd, they tied and they share it. Australia and Ireland. 2nd, Kenya made a good jump at the end. But your winner is Argentina, who wins a mint. And now you may be wondering why there is mints. And that is because the Minty Maniacs will most likely be hosting for the 2021 Marble League. I really enjoyed season 2 of this tournament. And these competitors did. Now Argentina, for one last time, will be going on the track. We have some interviews for his victory lap. Hey Argentina, how are you doing today? Oh, I am doing very nice. I just won a championship. I know I'm the commentator for the series. Okay, well, how'd you feel about winning this championship? Very excited. I never thought this day would come. I did dream of it a lot. Well, explain your road. How'd you rebound based off of last year's loss at the end? Well, last year I wouldn't count it as a loss. I would count it as a learning experience. I was able to fight the Palau and I lost. Over the offseason we bonded and became very nice friends. In the middle of it, I learned a lot from it. Oh wait, and I got to play Beta. Okay then. Okay, well. So how'd you do that? Well, I learned from him and I realized that you really have to do lots of training, but you have to be right on with your training. It's okay if you only train for 1 hour, but that 1 hour has to be very productive. Ooh, I got stuck. And I've learned a lot from him, and I won't be sharing it with you guys. It's his secret. And except only I can use it. Except I did what he taught me. And I used it to drive me in my way to the 2020 championship. It did not work out in the Colombia tiebreaker. But I'm glad I got a wild card. And with that, I used the remaining of my power to step up and go take this victory. Interesting road. Well, congratulations on your victory. Enjoying your victory lap? Of course. I'm so glad to be the champion. But I'm excited for the Minty Maniacs to host. Well, they're most likely going to host. Well, I'm very excited for it. Thanks, Argentina. Enjoy this day. And you guys as well. Thanks, athletes, for competing. All 40 of them. Thanks, fans, for being here. And thank you for watching. I'm Kolja Singvi. Checking out.